welcome friends, welcome. Let's get ready, let's get comfy in this chair. We got some stories for you. We got 3 Nintendo stories today. Hope you're all well. Welcome to another episode of Nintendo Nightcap. Let's get started straight away. We're going to start with Platinum Games, who many of you realize released Bayonetta 3 recently. Awesome game. Haven't finished it quite yet, but it's a very, very enjoyable game. I'd go as far as to say I'm enjoying it more than Bayonetta 2. Haven't finished it quite yet, but it's very good. It's got a bunch of good ideas. It's a really fun game. You should play it if you haven't. And on the back of that, Platinum Games released Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Demon. I think that's what it's called, Cereza and the Demon. Which basically, you know, it's a different type of Bayonetta game. It's more an isometric action in the art style of something like Okami. That's how I would put it. And there's a demo for it actually now. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't played it, there's a demo on the Switch for it at the moment. I saw it and I feel like myself and a bunch of other people found it a bit lackluster. I wasn't sure like how much depth the game had. Was it that worth it? You know, was it going to be a deep experience? Was it worth the full price that it is at the moment? But actually, since its release, at least critically, it performed really well. It's sitting at an 80 on Metacritic at the moment. And actually, the people I've spoken to who have played it really enjoy it. So much so that they've got me actually kind of excited to try it. And the game is doing so well even that already at this early stage, Platinum Games have been talking about the possibility of expanding the universe in, you know, creating a sequel to this spin-off series. In fact, recently, Famitsu sat down with series creator Hideki Kamiya and Nintendo producer Makoto Okazaki. And what Nintendo's producer had to say was this: there's certainly nothing concrete we can say at this point, but personally at least, I don't think this is the end. So that's interesting in itself. Although he did state that he would like to see what the fans who are playing the game at the moment think of the title before moving forward. And for his part, Kamiya stated, "We want to make this title part of a new series and keep expanding the world." And then he said, well, he did say that's it. That all these discussions they're having have been restricted to their team, to Platinum Games. So they're still yet to discuss it with Nintendo. So it is really interesting that they're obviously getting a lot of positive feedback from this game. I myself do want to try it. And I would be excited. And it seemed to, I don't know, no one seems to be sure when the development time started for this game. It was obviously alongside Bayonetta 3. It almost certainly didn't take anywhere near as much of the development time. So it'd be interesting to see how quick a turnaround they could create a sequel. But people are really enjoying it. And it's, like I said, it's very high on Metacritic at the moment. And so hopefully, so I don't know how much it's sold. No, they haven't released any sales numbers, but hopefully it's one of those games that has legs, that word of mouth gets across. But I do feel like maybe a price cut. I don't know. I think people still will be put off by the full price. But nonetheless, so there you go. So there's a bit of news for you. Platinum Games looking at expanding the Bayonetta series even more. So if you're a fan of Bayonetta, go check it out. There's a demo at the moment on the eShop, on Nintendo Online's eShop, so it's definitely worth checking out. Next up, a lot of people will be excited by this. Rumours, this time I think coming by, was it Nintendo Prime, saying that Nintendo's last acquisition, Next Level Games, famous for making the Luigi Mansion titles. The rumor is they are apparently up for releasing or developing a remaster of F-Zero GX, which was the GameCube title, which back then in the day was handled by Sega, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was Sega or a offshoot of Sega. And it's a game that people loved. It's a super fast game, super hard game. I'm pretty sure it's the hardest F-Zero game. It was really pretty game as well, really flashy. And people have been asking for a remaster for this game for a while. People have been asking for any F-Zero, any new F-Zero games to appear. So this is quite exciting. You know, it looks like Nintendo, they're not overcommitted to releasing a new F-Zero, but we are getting You know, we got the Super Nintendo F-Zero online. We've got the N64 F-Zero X on Nintendo Online. And so this would make sense. You know, the nice thing about this would be is that it's a remaster. So it's not just a quick, you know, copy paste, you know, drop it down. It's an actual remaster. So that's pretty exciting. I know a lot of people are a bit hungry for F-Zero. The only thing we get these days are, like I said, you know, old console versions on the eShop. So that's pretty exciting also. So hopefully that's true. Hopefully we'll see maybe this year. Who knows? There's no, you know, rumored date or anything like that. The rumor's just that nope, they've been tasked with working on it. Nintendo moved it in-house and they're going to be working on it now. And that brings us to our last story. For me, the most exciting story. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, but we'll see when. So we've heard rumors for a long time now of a new Donkey Kong game being developed. For the longest time. I think the initial rumors came out in around 2017. It was a long damn ass time ago that those rumors came out. And now, and I think back then, there was a rumor that Vicarious Visions were working on a Donkey Kong game in 2017. But then they left it to pursue other projects and they basically gave it back to Nintendo. And since then, there were rumors that Retro Studios maybe would be working on it, but then now, of course, Retro Studios are working on Metroid Prime 4, so that's a no-go for them. Apparently, it's back in the hands of Nintendo. I forgot about Donkey Kong there. Look at him in the corner there. Apparently, it's back in the hands of Nintendo, and not just any team in Nintendo, but the Mario Odyssey team, albeit be a younger team within that team that's working on it. And not just that. I think most people assume it's going to be a 2D title, but no, the rumor is that it's going to be a 3D title, a 3D Donkey Kong, which I personally wanted for a long time, because I was one of those people, I don't care anyone says, who loved Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong 64 was, other than Banjo-Kazooie, it was the best platform on the N64. I don't care anyone says. People complain about the collectibles, blah, 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 blah. Rubbish. The collectibles were fun. All the characters were fun. The multiplayer was fun. It had the best boss fights of any platforming game I've ever played. The final showdown with King K. Rool is the best boss fight in any platformer ever. In fact, if we go back, the best platformer on Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country. 100% better than Mario World. The best platformer on the N64, granted, Banjo-Kazooie. But after that, Donkey Kong Country 64, better than Mario 64. The best platformer on the GameCube, there was no Donkey Kong on the GameCube. Otherwise, it would have been. It wasn't Mario Sunshine, that was terrible. The best platform on the Wii, Donkey Kong Country Returns. The best platformer on the Wii U, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. The best platformer on the Switch, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's always Donkey Kong. So all of those are 2Ds except for Donkey Kong 64. So this is going to be really, really exciting. I'll be a bit honest. I am excited that it's gone back in-house. I still would have preferred if it was Retro Studios. I even would have liked if they let someone like Playtonic do the ukulele games. I think they would have been awesome at the 2D Donkey Kong. It is cool that it's Mario Odyssey's team doing it. That gives me a lot of confidence. Although I am one of those people that was kind of underwhelmed by Mario Odyssey. Don't hate me. It's a fine game, but I don't know. Something about it just... I wasn't overly wowed by Mario Odyssey. There's a lot of cool ideas, a lot of things I did like about it. But nonetheless, I'm more than confident they will do a badass Donkey Kong game. And I am excited it's in 3D. I think it's been way too long. When did it come out on the N64? 1999, I think? So it took me almost 25 years since a 3D Donkey Kong game. It's way, way, way too far. I just remembered there was a platforming Donkey Kong game on the GameCube. It was the Donkey Kong Bongo game. There was a platforming one. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, I think it was called. Awesome game as well. So anyways, that'd be the rumor. Donkey Kong Country 3D coming back. Oh, what am I talking about? But the rumor isn't that it's going to come out on the Switch. The rumor is that it'll be ready for the Switch 2. So, hopefully that's true. Hopefully it'll come out at the beginning of its lifetime. I am one of those people that believes that in 2023 they will announce a Switch 2. And I'm one of those people that believe the Switch 2 will come out this holiday season, November, December. I don't care what anyone says. I've bet people on it. So there you go, people. That's all the news for today. What do you think? Do you believe any of them? Are you a fan of Bayonetta Origins? Or are you surprised by it? Are you, disappointed by it? Are you excited to hear about F-Zero GX remastered? Would you prefer they just make an entire new game? Or are you happy with the remaster? And do you prefer 2D Donkey Kong or 3D? And, are you happy Nintendo's taking charge, or would you prefer it to go back to retro? Do you believe it's going to come out on the Switch 2? Do you believe there is a Switch 2? Or do you think they're just going to be just the regular Switch for another 3, 4, 5 years? Nintendo. Who knows? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, be a friend, do all those nice things. Spread the word. That's what good friends do. And until tomorrow, my good friends, have an awesome one.